this little die. You can use this particular die or anything similar, and I got this from China, and it came with a little oval and also this filigree oval, and they all fit inside, and that fits in there like that. So you can use them as you wish. I've already cut it out for speed, but and I've run that through my Big Shot. It cuts out very easy and the pieces just fall out, but I think it's absolutely beautiful. And then before I actually adhere it to the card base, we need to do a little bit of stamping. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this sentiment for you, and I'm going to stamp it in this oval. And I've taken this from the Blooms and Wishes stamp set from Stampin' Up, and I'm just about to mount it on my block so it's nice and straight. There we go. And I'm going to stamp this in Versamark first of all, and then I'm going to be heat embossing it, not eating it, heat embossing in copper embossing powder, and I've picked the wrong one up, so we'll get that, the copper embossing powder. So right, so I'm just going to stamp this up. There we go. And I'm going to be placing that in the centre of this oval. I'll try and do it as best I can, so I'm not poking my head in the way. There we go. And just hold that down while it takes. Ah, beautiful. And I'll just put that away and get the gold embossing, no, the copper embossing powder. Just sprinkle that over. There we go, and I forgot to use my embossing buddy. I'm so bad. I'll just get a little paintbrush. I just think there's a tiny little bit there. Don't do what I did. Try to remember to use your embossing buddy. There we go, that looks beautiful. Now, I'll deal with that later, otherwise I'll get it all over. Excuse me. Now I'm just going to warm the heat gun up, so it'll be a bit noisy, so if you can bear with me, it'll only be a few seconds. There we go, and that is absolutely beautiful. Perfect. Right, so now I'm going to adhere this to my card, the card base, and what I did was just run the glue all around the edge, just a thin layer. Bearing in mind you're sticking it to an embossed card. It's the hammered card I'm using, I do like that. And so you need to make sure that you've got enough on but not too much. And then I just did little areas where I thought it might need it. and stick it all down. Just there. Wow. And then all in the centre. I think that's about it. I'll just one there. Put that back on here. Get my card. And then we're going to be placing that and leaving an equal border all the way around. And we'll always turn it over just to give it a good press down. There we go. And then to dress the card, I've got some pearls here, and I'm going to place one small one, if it will stick. I've got some bit of glue down here which I've already squeezed out. And I'm going to place that just there, like that. And then the other four, onto the other side of the room. What I did with those, I placed them just above the corners of the filigree topper. Like that. It's a beautiful card and it's so easy to make, and I think these neutral colours look really beautiful, and it's one of these less is more cards. Well, I think so. Oops. Hold that one just there. And there we go. There's the card. Beautiful. I've not done the inside yet, because I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, what sentiment. But what I like to do in some cards is just put, this is for the 6x6 one that I made, which is this, well, it's 5 3/4 squared. And I placed a nice piece of paper in there, you know, with a bit of substance to it, and I used a punch for the corners. And you can do the same in this, you know, just cut the piece out what fits in here, which the card, as I said before, is 10 by 7 and scored at 5, and you just need to cut the same down, but maybe just a little bit smaller all the way around. You can do both sides, or you can just do one side, or place a nice piece of card in there and punch the edges. The choice is yours, and or you could write in it as it is, or a nice sentiment on your insert, or a verse. So I hope you like these two cards that I've made, and all the details will be on my blog of all the products that I've used and the dimensions, so you can pick those up there. And I'd like to thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope you like my tutorial. And if you'd like to leave me a comment or give me a like and a share, I'd appreciate that. Or even maybe you'd like to subscribe. So thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.